Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Shout out to the Adventure Replay Gang. Please like this video on your way in. And if you forget, like it on your way out. It's free. And shout out to Empress Janice. I appreciate you. I don't know if the other person wants me to say their name, but I appreciate you guys so much for the Cash App. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That felt good. Um, yes. Lose a subscriber. My Cash App going up, bitch. But anyway, but Empress Janice, she not bothering nobody. She gave that for the island. But the other person, thank you so much. Okay. First of all, shout out to Uppity, inspiring people to do different type of content and take, even if they want to steal my style of content, I want y'all to steal that style. Back it up with some factual information, not your motherfucking opinion, because then you will be forced to think. Okay? So that's one thing I don't mind y'all stealing from Uppity. I promise you. Yeah, all y'all need to do that shit. Okay. Hey, under new management. I got you under new management. Oh my God. And I just found your Cash App in one of my lives because I didn't screenshot it, but I got you. I didn't even get a chance to hit up my goddamn Cash App. People was Cash Apping me because the main reason I was rushing side, that's how I pay my memberships. Hey, Edie, what's up, boo? Okay. If you guys were over at YouTube cameras earlier, mind you, I got there late, so I can't speak for the whole live. I just know when I got there, I said what I said, and I meant that shit. Now, a bunch of people ran up on the platform citing misinformation. So I go up there to correct it. Here comes the mammy. Miss Cruiser on her mammy. I tell you, Miss Cruiser love that mammy cake. You can't take it away from her ass. Now, y'all know what you call it. Rebel is known for crying about gay rights, and everything should be centered around it. The last time I seen that faggot on the platform, he was encouraging another man to attack me because he ain't got the balls to do it because he tried before, and y'all know what happened with that. So now he up there on the panel today talking about some weed. It ain't no motherfucking weed, bitch. When has men, whether they gay, let me tell you, Black men, I'm talking as a collective. I'm not talking about as a whole. Not as a whole, as a collective. Please research the definition of words before you come crying to me. Hey, Vibrant. I see it just done. I see just me done. I got you. Thank you, Edie. That part. I'm a part of the community, and my lifestyle is the least of my concerns when it comes to politics. Exactly. Now, Rebel was over there on the platform talking about something with the trans women. First of all, he didn't even know what the fuck what was going on concerning the trans. She wasn't even talking shit about like trans on the outside or whatever. She talking about the people in jail. Now, if we're going to do anything to please men in jail, because trans women, at the end of the day, they're still men. So if we're going to do anything to appease in jail, shouldn't we allow conjugal visits? And for the gay men in jail, shouldn't they be giving condoms to keep down the STD rates for when they come out? That's the only thing I agree they should get. If you want to sit here and give anything to somebody, give conjugal visits to the married and straight men or whatever they want to call themselves. They put trans women in jail with regular women, and regular women wind up pregnant. You see what I'm saying? So how? Come on now. It's just not making motherfucking sense what they're talking about. And at the end of the day, Black men got this in common, whether they want to be straight or not. At the end of the day, they just want to sit at the white table with the white man. They want to be able to be just as they want the same rights to shit on women as white men do. That's all they want. They want to be in the club. That's why it's always been black women versus every motherfucking body. Hey, Kalia Boo, that's always been the motherfucking case. Black women versus everybody. See, black women, y'all sit there and y'all bow down to these men, gay and straight. Y'all be their friends when they claim that's toxic men that they be going under the bleachers, giving head to, sneaking in their bathroom, with doing whatever with, and then these men, and then they make the mistake of saying hi to these same boys in public, and they beat the shit out of them. And who's there? Black women. But the minute you come out your face and say one word to them, they ready to fight you like a man. But we know they won't fight actual men. They hide behind your motherfucking skirt. And don't shit change when a lot of them gets to be adults. And then they got you dumbass bitches out here supporting that shit. That's not uppity. Y'all need to be happy with what you got. And don't expect all women to be for that shit. Life is about self-preservation. I don't got a fucking issue with nobody doing what's in their best interest. And you damn sure ain't gonna question me about mine. Okay? See, let's start with this. A lot of the down low men, but they still gay. When they picking a woman, they go by whatever the straight black man upholds as the standard of beauty. And they have never upheld their own as a collective. As a collective. I got to keep saying that because these dummies will try to sit there and go off the point. As a collective, they never done that because you know why? Black men, they want to be a white man so bad they even worship their daughters. But not recognizing if you're saying that you can't just one half of the race. Just put it that simply. You can't on one end say that white women are better mothers, then that means white men are better fathers. You can't have it both ways. You can't. So like I said, the gay men, if you notice, they quick to try to insert themselves in women's spaces and circles. They want to fight women. They want to go back and forth with women. But when these toxic men be killing them, when these toxic men be beating their ass, when these toxic men won't let them in the club, who they run to? Wanting to help fight in the battle. No, fight your own fucking battle. Because you don't do shit for black women, but depend on us. Like, goddamn, they want to be a woman just so they can play a role we never got to play. When we get to be the damsel in motherfucking distress? When? Fucking niggas gonna put on a skirt and think it's cool? No. Like I keep telling you, whether you put on a skirt or pants, but you just having sex with men in the room, good. You don't get no motherfucking cookies for that. What? Why? How is it hurting you? Like, what the fuck it got to do with you doing in the bedroom? Nobody should know about that shit. But instead, you want to be put in our bathroom. How come trans male, like women that's transforming into men, why are they not being pushed in men bathroom, pushed in male jails? It's always about trying to control over women. Always. No respect for women's rights or property or goddamn boundaries. They have no respect for woman boundaries, but want all of this motherfucking concern for theirs. I don't understand how lesbian women go through that because they don't even consider y'all half the time in their fucking battles. Now, I was trying to look. It could have changed. Back when we looked this thing up, when we was having this debate before, the national chairperson people for all those letters in the alphabet, they were all white. All white. And then they're going to sit here and come over here and pretend like there's no racism in the gay community. Yes, the fuck there is, bitch. There's a hierarchy wherever you go, and they always try to put black people on the bottom. Stop acting like because you gay, you got all these motherfucking benefits and strength. No, go fix your community. Before you want black people to take the time from our personal struggles to help your gay ass out, why don't you go to your motherfucking community? Because y'all love to act like y'all off on your own separate island. Until it's time for some black shit. Remember, I ain't black, I'm gay. Okay, keep that same energy. And don't be mad when we do when it's time for the motherfucking voting shit. A lot of these gay people, they even want to censor themselves even when it comes to children. They're weird and sick in the motherfucking head. And then they wonder why its initial diagnosis was mental illness. This is why, because of people like you idiots. I was supporting Gazi Koto hard body. See, he understood. He said he calls it same gender loving, but he understood it's a lot of racism within the gay community. Whether you're in, or whether it's the work position or even in Hollywood, how they treat them, how they act like it's weird. That's why I be concerned. But they're not okay. But you know what? This he that's somewhat true. But I'll tell you this: the gay black men, because the white men they pick them up when it's convenient and throw them right back away. But they will sit there and gang up on black women even against with straight men. They love to rally around each other, but I never see them. They'll rally behind a straight man before they ever would a lesbian woman, especially if a stud. I've seen it happen. But a lot of these studs are mammies. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You see how everybody giving Jay Dunn the side eye? Chasing at the limit like she do? I don't expect gay men to be my allies either. But they need to stop expecting black women. No, that's the mammy's job. I'm not a motherfucking mammy. My voting got shit to do with being gay. I'm not gay. My kids ain't gay. What the fuck? I believe everybody should be treated equal. But being gay does not equal privilege does not mean special privilege. And a lot of them got that shit confused. They want special motherfucking privilege. And I ain't got it to do. They have never been on black women's side. Black women have held the gay community down for how long? Fuck out of here. Hey, Triple Bro, shout out to you for earlier with his punk ass. See, that's what I'm talking about. And that's another one. He dates out his race. He don't like black women. Ghetto praises he don't like black women. That's why they was trying so hard to put Kamala, because they don't respect y'all even with identity. Like that's why they keep trying to push this. We had the natural hair movement. Now they done replaced the original people for the natural hair movement with ambiguous women who are not black and do not face the same hair problem or hair journey. They don't. That part, I knew he wasn't coming. I said, go ahead and get beat up, nigga. Anyway, I don't know why he thought he was gonna fight me. I don't have to fight men. But anyway, so yeah, the black women community has held everybody down. But who holds us down? They won't even let us have nothing to ourselves. And the gay men, they want to fit in with the straight men so bad. They want to be down. They want to be accepted. And then a lot of studs, they forego their own rights just to be accepted by other gay and straight men. Jay Dunn is a classic example of that. That's why she was all up in her feelings when that happened between her and James Caldwell. Because she be defending him right or wrong, tooth and nail. And it's mostly women he be going at it with. Talk about respect the community. He don't even respect your gay ass. Shut the fuck up. And then he had to literally sit her down and slap the shit out of her for her to get the message. Now she want to be, girl, shut the fuck up. Shut up. He ain't coming, Triple. I don't even think that nigga was in New York. He was trying to lie and say he was at the World Trade Center to imply he had some money. Can you imagine being in the beach sector while being in the World Trade? I mean, while being where he said he was? Get the fuck out of here. You're a lying ass nigga. I ain't worried about it. I went right on about my motherfucking day. But yeah. So yeah, how I was gonna say that, but yeah, the gay men, they will sleep with your men like ODS does. He said he slept with one of his close friends' men and didn't even tell her. Then the gay men community, because let's be clear, if I need to, I will do a medical fact check on this with doctors. I could do it right now actually. The quickest way to the lowest way to get like an STD is female on female. The highest way to get it is male on male, because first of all, the anus is not meant to be an entry, it's meant to be an exit. You have live cells around your anus. It's live cells. You know that? There's live cells. So that's why you're quicker to catch things. And they got to go through so much just to have sex that way, because it's not natural and it's not not supposed to be, in my opinion. I don't know what's natural for you. I'm just talking medically. So a lot of them, they go and they do these gay sex acts, coming back to women, and these women do not know. Even if the men are sleeping with, especially if you got a friend like ODS who will sleep with your down low man and sit right there smiling in your face and don't even tell you. That's what he said. I'm not making this up. I'm just giving examples of people y'all know. If y'all watch TikTok stories, if y'all watch YouTube story time about DL men, you're gonna find hundreds of women. I'm talking about in the Black community. I'm sure it happens in the white community, but I'm in the Black community, so that's not my interest. I'm talking about from their preferences to they down home to they this and this. Exactly. Who coming at you, Triple? Oh yeah, Triple. Yeah, just ask Heedy. She's cool. But yeah, Triple's the bro, Heedy. He just likes to put little clips up, but he don't mean no harm. Yeah, but you got to ask certain people, especially in this B sector, Triple. They don't play. They'll try to strike you down. You know, I don't care. You can use anything of mine, but when it's like other people, you got to ask them. Some people mind, some people don't. But me and he to get along, so I don't think she would have had a problem with you. But yes, you guys cut it out. But yeah, a lot of these women got high STD rates, and there are certain things that women cannot give men. Men can only give women. It's called trichomoniasis, and that comes from like a guy not being clean. And what I mean by that, too many different buttholes he been in. A sign that you're dealing with a down low man could literally be trichomoniasis, because only men can get that. Women can't. Where you get that shit from? If women can't give it to you and you got trichomoniasis, where you get it from? Women can't give you that. Everything else women can give you, but women cannot give you I may be pronouncing the word wrong. I'm not, child. It's a whole lot of motherfucking syllables. Where he get it from? Where did he get it from? Women cannot give you trichomoniasis or whatever you call that shit. Even if she has it, she can't give it to you. Only a man can give it to another man or a woman. Where he get it from? Do y'all research? These men sleep with other men and then they bring it to the women. And then the women, and because women are more up to date on their health, that's just in general. Men don't like going to the doctor on a regular. And I'm not saying it has anything to do with sexuality. They just in general don't do it. But you know what I'm saying? And that's why, and that's how the women STD rate went up. I told you guys this was back in 2000 and let me see, 2005 or 6, right? There was these people standing outside my building. This is when I used to live in Webster Houses in the Bronx. They was trying to gather women because they wanted to do a study on AIDS in Black women. And they basically had you fill like a little questionnaire. And they had me a part of the study because I was a low risk. They wanted people that was low risk, high risk, and people that actually had it. But you didn't know who was who at the thing, right? So they were doing discussions. And from what we learned from that particular, every research study, they zone in on different things. And I think this particular thing was being zoned in with the prisons. Since we're talking about the trans and the whatever in the prison shit, right? A lot of men, when they go to jail, participate in a lot of gay on gay sex. And some men do it by choice. Some men do it by force. Some men were already doing that, but they could do it more freely in jail. But when they come out, they don't tell nobody. The prison don't tell nobody unless I guess they got raped or something. I'm guessing that's probably when they have to notify people. But they don't tell nobody, and then they just come out and they just start spreading that HIV higher because they test them going in. They don't test them going out unless there's some type of grape situation. So what they test was going in, but you don't know what they test results is going to be coming out. So I think that's why this particular research, they were pushing for condoms in jail. So that way it puts down the STD rate. And they should, because they want to talk about black women being high. Yeah, because black women get tested, and the ones that don't, if they get pregnant, they're gonna find out then and there, because you got to get tested when you're pregnant. They test you for everything for the safety of the baby. Exactly, Edie. Exactly. Not everybody is just I'm saying they do this in real life too. It's a lot of men, and then they want to blame um women for the reason that they can't come out. Why? What do women got to do with this? See, they don't take accountability. They don't even put the onus on the people that it deserves. They want to fight women, but they don't want to fight the men. When it comes to men attacking them, they want to run to the police or march. But when it comes to women, they quick with it to run their mouth or hands. When it's a man, oh, let's work this out. Bitch ass nigga. No. That's why I don't think it should be a hate crime if a straight man has to handle his business with these gay niggas. You could think you whoever you want to. But you can't be mad at the response you get. So I'm gonna need these gay men to get it together. Black women don't owe y'all shit. We did enough. We was y'all protectors throughout school when you was unsure and insecure about yourself. We were the ones friendly to you on the job when you got there. They was upset about your thoughts on Camilla. You had people hot about the Democratic Party. Well, they can stay hot, but can they call me a liar? Camilla lost for a reason. Clearly, I'm not the only one who think that way. I'm just bold enough to tell you what it is. I'm not going to kiss her ass. She's a loser, literally and figuratively. She has no good voting policies. She doesn't stand on anything. We don't know who she are. What does she stand on? If she voted for it, she done voted against it. She has never been consistent on any motherfucking thing. And not to mention, she just came out of nowhere, sweeping important issues under the rug. Only thing she did was her job title was sweep important issues under the rug. Fuck that bitch. That's why she's not gonna win. And after she's not the vice president anymore, y'all ain't gonna see that hoe. Watch. So hold on, let me like this fuck. Yeah, y'all niggas can get mad. I don't give a fuck. She lost, and I'm not putting no fucking gay men or any type of gay rights ahead of me as a motherfucking woman. Y'all do that shit, not me. I don't want no man in the bathroom with me. I don't want them in the bathroom with my daughter. I don't want them teaching my kids nothing about nothing. When it comes to sex education, that's between the parents and the child. Or there should be like facilities that you can go to have that information. It's none of the school's business. It's none of the school's business. Nobody should be doing that. Now they even trying to mess with the goddamn kids' cartoon. Trying to have a gay character in the cartoons. Why? Make your own gay cartoon. Why? That's what I'm saying. They even want to center themselves around when it comes to children. Why the kids can't have their classes? These things been up since before these are generational cartoons. And now y'all want to switch every motherfucking thing around or try to make characters gay. Sex have nothing to do with cartoon. It shouldn't. They do got adult things you can go look at for that. Leave the goddamn kids' cartoons alone. They don't need to watch. They don't need to know. They don't need to know. When you go to school, ain't nobody sitting here asking you if you got a mommy or daddy or two mommies and two daddies. These little kids don't give a fuck. They more concerned about what snack you got. So your thing is men need to get from under black women and be the man and leave for one. Exactly. Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that. You know another thing that was tickling the hell out of me? GX is up there talking about son. We was asking to be treated like men. Why you asking? A man demands respect or takes it. When y'all seen these white men ask y'all for anything, they just come straight up and take it. They don't be asking y'all shit. And that's why they was like, oh, Trump gonna do this and Trump gonna do that. No. No, 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 no. Trump know his fellow white niggas. He know them. They will fucking have a fucking inside a civil. What's that? I think that's called civil war when they fight in house. It'll be a civil war so quick. It'll be a civil war so quick, and Trump know it. See, some of y'all allow that shit. They ain't about to act some shit. So y'all better be lucky, Trump and horses. If y'all want to, y'all can make a same gender bathroom, and people that are comfortable with that can go in there all together. But other than that, boys and girls, boys and girls. That's it. Life is not complicated. I'm not gonna be teaching my kids, and I'm not gonna allow nobody else to teach my kids no crazy ass shit. You was born as a girl, you a girl. You was born as a boy, you a boy. Now, if you want to change your mind, that's your prerogative, but it doesn't change how you was born. That's it. And that decision, just like any other decision, should come once you're an adult. That should not be allowed for little kids. Little kids change their mind every other day. They worse. Yeah, as a matter of fact, the only person that's more inconsistent than Kamala Harris is children. One day they want to be a police officer, the next day they want to be a goddamn rocket science. That's the beauty of being a kid. You can imagine whatever the hell you want to. The fuck? Your kids also want to eat candy all day and night. Are you gonna make a law doing that? Because they feel strongly about that shit. They feel strongly about finishing all that Halloween candy on the same damn day. Are y'all gonna protest Congress for that shit? Like, no, because kids don't know what's in their best interest. But should their opinion matter? Yeah, you should sit down and listen. Giving sex change to kids. Y'all some weirdos. I don't treat these down low men like nothing. I personally don't care if they want to be a DL nigga. I just care the fact that they try to feel like they got the right to somehow be more important. Like the gay community is more like it's like black community, the black people and gay community, that's two separate issues. The only time we're going to be talking about blackness is that we're talking about racism inside the LGBTQI community. There is definite racism in front of that. What's that show I used to love to watch on that gay channel with that cute guy? It was a very good show. But yeah, it was a lot of pop, even though that was like the top show, because it was mainly an all-black cast, and they were just showing gay men in the stereotypical behaviors. They could not get the funding. And they was the top motherfucking show. And other white shows that did not do as good. Now, this is a whole gay channel. There's no straight thing on here. There's nothing straight. All the fucking, I forgot the goddamn name of the show. It's been years. Damn. But they was like the top show. They just didn't show like gay men, like they never bashed black women. You know what I'm saying? They was just living their gay life, getting through their struggles together. They were professionals. They had the guy that was, didn't know what he wanted. Noah's Ark. I knew it was gonna come to me. Noah's Ark. I used to watch it on this gay channel on cable. I forgot the name of the channel too now. Damn. That show was like the top show. And it lost funding. You know why? Because they wasn't acting all it was definitely racist, and the cast said that. So yeah, the only time the gay community needs to be mixing up black policies is when they talk about within their own thing. But outside of that, you cannot be coming over here in the black community trying to censor yourself in issues. That's not how that goes. It's women and children first. The fuck? And of course, the men are going to look out for themselves, but you have to understand, you have a whole community that's supposed to be fighting for your rights as a gay person. You're not going to come over here and put that on the black people. That's not our business. That's your people that support you. They can come over there and support you or whatever you got going on. Let me show something. I can't tell which phone is ringing. My bad. Sorry. Too many phones, y'all. Too many phones. But when I move, don't worry. It's going slim the numbers down. All right. My bad. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say to you guys this morning. I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this closet. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find this video. Hold on. I don't know if she took all her videos down. Yeah. Was Cruiser King run up there with her mammy cape just to look dumb. And then gonna try to still argue me down about something I did not motherfucking say. Oh, there it goes. I want you guys to hear this. I want you guys to hear this. Must have been spelling her name wrong. There was a comment left on my How I Feel About Black Men video by Nat Turner is Alive. And I want to respond to that comment with a video because I'm tired of black men accusing black women of being the only ones who copy other races. And they want to act like black women are the only ones who are insecure sometimes. First of all, security or insecurity is directly linked to how you're treated. It's also directly linked to the messages we get in our society about what's acceptable and what's not. Also, what's beautiful and what's not. If you don't acknowledge the outside causes of some of the insecurities that black women have, then it's like you're saying that black women are inherently insecure, which means it's in the DNA. And if it's in the DNA, then it's also in you. And the problem is black women are so progressively forward, whether we gay, straight, or indifferent, we know who is the problem and why. Black women, let them man up. By the way, it's not in the DNA, it's in the atmosphere, but I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm going to go off on a little tangent, and I'm talking to both black men and black women. To a certain degree, you can't diss one half of the black race, whether it's black women or black men, without reflecting badly on the other side. And also, you can't. I agree. That's why I said, stop. We got to drop the cake. I'll be right back. I got a call. Sex of another race without uplifting the whole race. Hello? For example, if you say, well, I like white men because they're smart, or because they're smarter than black men. Okay, well, if white men are smarter than black men, then wouldn't white women be smarter than black women? It has to be that way because white men come from white women. They're two peas in a pod. So basically, all you really said is that white people are smarter than black people. Or, for example, if a black guy says, well, I like white women because they're nicer. Okay, so you think white women are angels, but white men are assholes? Wouldn't white men also have to be nicer? Because white women don't make themselves. They come from white women and white men. So basically, all you've done is say that white people are nicer than black people. I'm pretty sure that most of us have seen the doll test where they ask the little black kids which one is the nice doll and they'll point to the white one. You hate to see that, don't you? It just breaks your heart. Then why is your so-called grown-up, wiser, enlightened still doing the exact same thing? If you want to critique the opposite sex of your race, then just talk about them. Because when you make the comparisons, you just make the whole race look bad. I'm tired of black men saying, some of them now, that black women are insecure, yet they want black women to have understanding for why black men are the last ones to be hired and the first ones fired. Why they get stopped by the cops just because they're driving a fancy car. Why the cops are quick to pull a gun on you, quick to pull the trigger, stuff like that. All right, if you're not going to have compassion or understanding for what we go through as black women, why should we care what you go through? And this goes right back to the video I made about how I feel about black men. What's the point of us both being black if you still can't understand me? If you still can't understand why black women are sometimes insecure? And again, why should I care about what you're going through? And then some guys will come back and try and say, well, you can't compare black women's insecurities about their hair, for example, to black men not being able to find a job. Our issue is way more serious than yours. Yeah, well, that is exactly not the fucking point. If I come to you and say that my dog died and I'm feeling bad about it, you don't need to turn around and say, well, my mom died, so what you worry about your dog for? It don't cost you nothing to say, I'm sorry your dog died.
And then you can say, you know what? My mom died too. And I can say, oh, I'm sorry your mom died. Now, I'm not going to act like a dog is equal to a person, but if you brush my dog off like it ain't nothing, then I don't give a fuck about your mom. It doesn't cost you anything to say, I'm sorry about your dog. And I know you're feeling bad about it, so I'm going to take all these dog pictures off my wall for a couple of weeks because I know you're still mourning. Or I'll skip all the stories about how I'm having so much fun with my new pup. We don't have to compare scars and see who's got it worse. We can both just have understanding for each other, regardless of which group has the more pressing issues in their lives. This ain't no damn contest, or at least it shouldn't be. I am so tired of black men talking about black women being insecure and just leaving it at that. But then when it comes to why black men are last hired, first fired, then they want to talk about white supremacy and racism and the conspiracy against the black man. Well, I'll say it again. If you don't care about me and what I'm going through, I don't care about you. And don't try to throw it up in my face that you got it worse than me, because what I'm going through is what I'm going through. So respect it, or I don't respect you. Do not trivialize my struggles. Moving along to Mr. Turner's comment. Black women are even changing their YouTube names to Asian names, but show me an Asian woman changing their names to be like a black woman. Ooh, sounds like a point. First of all, sir, it could be that the black women who are choosing these Asian screen names are just naming themselves after something in the Asian culture that they like. Or maybe they chose that name hoping to catch the attention of Asian males. Either way, it ain't got shit to do with trying to be like an Asian woman. Matter of fact, how do you even be like an Asian woman? A black woman or a white woman, but how do you be like an Asian woman without putting on your traditional dress or something, which we don't do? So how do you even act like an Asian girl? How do you know? Please show me a black girl trying to act like an Asian girl. And while you're looking for those one or two examples, if you can find that, I'll show you some Asian girls acting like black girls. Roll them. I got the crew in the house again. Right now, I don't have to do anything with your no, no. Hey, mom, speak on it. I know you got something to say, right? I just love Miss Anbu on the end. She got the crew all up in the house again. Oh, yeah, Asian girls talk like that all the time. All the time. Because it ain't got nothing to do with your color. No, I'm just playing around. Don't take it too seriously. I really don't have a problem with Anbu. I think she says a few things that's really not her place sometimes, but she alright. But anyway, my favorite clip was that Asian girl walking down the hall like Rihanna with the little mohawk thing. That was straight up black female swagger. But anyway, Nat, let me get this straight. Asian women can borrow from our culture, but if we just get a little fucking Asian screen name, all of a sudden we're trying to be like Asian women? Get the fuck out of here. No, seriously, get out. You guys won't acknowledge how much other women copy some of the things that we do. What about all these new singers out today trying to copy the black female voice? All the runs and twirls they do with their voice. That's like a black woman. I'm not going to sit here and say that they want to look like us because they don't, but they sure as hell want to act like us sometimes. Nat, I got a little assignment for you if you're up to the challenge. Yeah, I'm trying to game you into it. Please find me some black girls who are copying Asian girls as hard as them Asian girls were copying black girls just then. Yeah, go ahead and do that, and then we'll see who wants to be like whom. Ain't no black girls trying to be Asian. Not that there's anything wrong with being Asian now, but I'm just saying it ain't happening. And now you're going to have to come with something better than screen names. Moving along, what else did Mr. Turner have to say? He writes, I listened to the whole video and have heard you addressing black men for years. I've never heard you addressing Asian men and their racism towards blacks. As I've already said in the comment section, I never will. I wouldn't dare make a video complaining about people not liking me when I know they wouldn't care if I didn't like them. Complaining about people not liking you is a sign that you're on the bottom. I hated that so many black women were offended when John Mayer said he had a David Duke dig. Who cares? Do you think he would give a fuck if you told him that you exclude white men from your sexual pool? So then you don't need to give a damn about what he excludes from his pool. All right, I was going to elaborate about the rest of what I said to Nat Taylor, but I think that's another video for another time. I think I've said enough for tonight. I need to get to bed because I got things to do tomorrow. Laters.
Hi guys. I hope it hasn't been stopped. Hey Miss Rhonda. Sorry you guys. I had to take an important phone call. I haven't heard this one because I haven't been on her channel in a while, as I can see. It took me forever to find it. But I see she did something 4 months ago. This is, you heard me first time. You guys, especially as anybody, like I love her. She's who I look to, like between her and Cynthia G. I love their debating skills. They both are very different women with very different policies and very, like, this is just goes to show you, like, I'll just say this. Black people, we're not a monologue. I understand that. We're going to have different feelings. But as long as you put yourself first, you're going to always find some sisterhood. You can't be a mammy forever. Because at the end of these days, men are by nature, it's about self-preservation. And then they protect those they love around them. They got to stay strong if they think it on the right level. Now, if a man only want to protect men, I don't know why you wasting your time. And I'm not saying this go for all gay men. Y'all know I love me some Yusuf. Okay, listen to this.
Today, I'll be responding to a question from a longtime listener. By the way, thank you for being a longtime listener. I'm going to be responding to her comment, but also some stuff she didn't necessarily say, but is typically said by people on the left. This was the comment. We know there is racism everywhere in society, but who do you think is more likely to scream white genocide and great replacement theory because they have an issue with blacks and other minorities immigrating over to countries with whites as the majority? White cultural conservatives or a random white person in the general population? There are a large segment of non-whites and whites online who believe blacks cannot maintain a civilization or are naturally intelligent, regardless of political affiliation. But there is a reason the white nationalists are more likely to join Republicans than the Democrat Party. Okay, so you seem to be saying the fact that more racists seem to flock to the Republican Party, that is proof that the Republican Party is racist. I would have to disagree.
And let me tell you this. I tell people this all the time. Find me anywhere in the world there's no racism, I'll go.
And say that what you've actually proven is you've uncovered one of the many flaws in our two-party system. And that flaw is, since there's only two choices, you have to pick either one or the other. So that means a lot of times we aren't even voting for what we want. We're just voting for the lesser of two evils. Nobody's excited about Biden. They're just voting against Trump. Now, if we had like 10 political parties and all the racists were flocking to one party, then you might have a point. But we only have two choices. So of course, one party is going to be more appealing to certain people than others. The only way that wouldn't be the case is if the parties were exactly the same, and that would defeat the whole purpose. Our current system is like somebody holding up a menu from KFC and Pizza Hut and telling us to choose. Very few people like everything on the menu. And a lot of people would have things that they want to add, but you can't do that because the menu is already printed. So they have to sort through and find something they like. Vegetarians obviously aren't going to vote for KFC because their whole menu revolves around meat. Pizza Hut also serves meat, but you can get pizza without any meat. So they'll probably end up over there. But where do the vegans go? Probably Pizza Hut, because some of them do have a salad bar. But still, the Pizza Hut party is nowhere near their beliefs. It's just the closest thing to it. So since so many vegans would be flocking to the Pizza Hut party, you would call that the vegan party. But it's not. It's just the lesser of two evils for vegans. It's the same thing with the Republican Party being the racist party. But you know what the biggest flaw in this whole thing is? Pizza Hut and KFC are owned by the same company.
Let that
think in this system, we do not vote for what we want. We are given two choices and told to pick one.
But that's not true. Y'all got the Green Party. I don't know why y'all keep pretending like y'all only got two choices.
Not the same thing. Here's what you need to know. The racism in both parties is equal. Yes, equality. And if that statement is shocking to you or you don't believe it, that's because people on the left don't recognize all racism. You only recognize politically incorrect racism. Politically correct racism is okay.
I fucking love her. You better speak on it, boo. What's up, Annie?
Also, you don't recognize racism between non-white races, meaning one group of non-white people being racist against another group of non-white people. And I showed examples of that in my Rob Smith video. All right, so the left doesn't recognize racism between non-white races, but they also mostly don't recognize non-white people being racist against white people. For the left, racism is something white people do to non-white people. And if there was no white people, there'd be no more racism.
Now, you guys referenced an MSNBC host that called all of these African leaders that were at the RNC minstrels. That host name was Tiffany Cross, and her with her colleague, Dr. Jason Johnson, called all of these African American policymakers, people like Senator Tim Scott, people like Georgia State Democratic Rep. Vernon Joe.
You possible, my boo.
People like Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron. They call these people minstrels. They should be ashamed.
I'm going to share her channel. This is You Heard Me First Time. She is the GOAT of the Black women sector. She started that shit. She was fighting. She was standing 10 toes down for Black women when Cynthia G herself admits she was a mammy. Chrissy, Paris Milan, all of them use her talking points. She shut down so many videos you don't even know. It wasn't a Black person in the manosphere, especially Sergeant Willie P, could touch her. He at the end of the day, before he left YouTube, he worshipped this lady. That's how cold she is with her debate skills.
So their behavior is despicable, and that sort of racist hatred that is coming from the left tells me that they have turned into exactly who they hate.
That was our friend Rob Smith talking about some intra-racial racism. This particular type of racism is very prevalent on the left. If you're Black or a minority, you're supposed to believe a certain way. And if you don't believe that certain way, there's no possible way you could have come up with these thoughts on your own. So you're brainwashed. Either that or you're trying to get in good with white people so you're an Uncle Tom. If you don't agree with a conservative Black person, that's one thing. And it's even understandable if you want to call them stupid for doing what you believe is voting against their own interests. That I can understand. But y'all don't give the generic insults like stupid. You give those racial ones like minstrel, Uncle Tom, coon. Y'all know exactly what you're doing when you use those terms. And that's why it's racism.
So if you're a problem figuring out what it is for being Trump, and you ain't Black.
And how's about this? Here you're at. Smelling funky, letting your egos control their every move, privilege, making bland food, and they can congratulate themselves over shit that very hard to that, or that should have already been done. Superior at being dicks. Fuck whiteness, fuck white people, fuck assimilating. For the record, I don't share the sentiments that these people expressed in that video, but what they said is covered by the First Amendment, and I would not want to silence them. That being said, what they said is racist. A lot of people on the left would excuse what they said, even making the argument that they're not actually being racist.
What I'm saying is that a lot of people think that prejudice and racism are the same thing. Prejudice is an aspect of racism. However, the difference is racism is prejudice plus power. And by power, I mean on an individual and institutional level. We do not live in a society where every racial group has equal power.
I don't care what excuse anybody gives for what those Black people said. Most people on the right would consider that to be racist. If you don't think what they said was racist, that's on you. But this is exactly why people on the left think there's more racism on the right, because the left does not acknowledge all racism. Or you condone it with excuses. Here's another one.
So the mayor in the city of Boston is in some hot water after emailing the entire city council an invitation to a holiday party that was intended for, quote unquote,
Electeds of color. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu having an Electeds of Color party. She initially sent out an email inviting everybody, but that was a mistake. So then she sent out a second email uninviting just the white people. In other words, she wanted to have a party that her own husband couldn't attend. Right to have a party and invite or not invite anybody they want. If a minority group wants to have a party with only themselves there, they have a right to do that. That being said, you need to do that on your own time and not do your invitations over official government email. That makes it seem like it's coming from the government and thus the government endorses it. The government is not supposed to discriminate based on race. And I think there is something about this segregated, equal Christmas parties that is just inappropriate for any place, but specifically a government, which the government legally cannot do. Okay, so she fired off the end. That being said, there's no victim here. Even if the white people ended up not going to the party, they're not victims. But that also goes for the reverse. If the white electeds of no color decided to have a party, excluding everybody else, there would be no victims. This is a goddamn party. So you're a 30, 40, 50, I don't know how old you are, year old black person, and you get excluded from a white party, all of a sudden you're gonna start having flashbacks of slavery. It's not like you're being denied admission to a college or denied for a job. It's not like it's something that matters. So why can people of color do this, but not white people when there will be no victim either way? And there is no benefit to anybody, but there's a detriment. It's stirring up racial tension. If somebody can defend this, I'd love to hear it. A lot of times people don't even have a problem with the rule. It's that the rule is applied unequally. It's selectively enforced.
So a Supreme Court case yesterday ruled that a baker in Colorado did not have to provide a cake for a gay wedding because of his religious beliefs and preferences. Do you agree or disagree with that ruling?
I think he should have to make the cake because it's his job. The fact that our Supreme Court found that this was an okay thing, I find appalling.
If his job is to bake a cake for a wedding,
Yeah.
even if he doesn't agree with it, he should still have to bake a cake for that wedding.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he should have to. He should have to bake the cake because it's his job. Like, he's a baker.
I think that he should definitely make the cake for them.
If there were an African American baker and someone came in and asked them to make a cake for a KKK rally, should they be forced to do it?
I'm gonna say no.
But they're a baker, it's their job, right?
Well, yeah, no. I mean, like, they shouldn't, but like, I guess that kind of just like contradicts what I just said.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it does.
I'm not sure.
What is the difference?
And I'm glad he's asking college students, getting them some time to make you think. You see what I'm saying? The same way I don't want white people trying to force their way on me, I ain't letting no gay people do it either. Just because you have same sex in the bed doesn't make you special. Shit. If I don't get special privileges because my waistline, why you get special privileges because your gay activity? That's crazy.
No, because the KKK is directly hating them as a person. Meanwhile, gay people aren't hating the baker for being a baker.
Mixing it up. How about should a Jewish baker have to make a cake for a Palestinian wedding?
It's more complicated like that, I guess, but I'm unsure.
Now she said she Catholic first. See what I'm saying? Everything is about life preservation. It's all about the morals that's important to you. You can't make nobody else feel the way you feel about a subject. Now she said I'm Catholic first. I'm sick of her.
There's another thing you may or may not have realized. That during the pandemic, there was this hashtag going around that said, "Stop Asian Hate." And this was in response to Asian people getting punched on the street for no apparent reason. But there was a reason, if you want to call it that. And that was because of where the coronavirus originated.
Right.
China. Unfortunately, because of Asian people, look, wait, you're not supposed to say that. It was not just affecting Chinese people. Koreans, Japanese, Thai, anybody with the eyes was getting punched. I had to tell my dude to walk a few paces ahead of me so I didn't get tied up in all of that. I got enough going on being a black female. Anyway, the point is, most of the people who were perpetrating those attacks were black. The media did their best to obscure the race of the perpetrators.
I was walking down the street from my high school to Walgreens. I was walking in the street of my friend from both China and Taiwan, crossing the crosswalk. There is a car rushed through us, driven by an African American, shouting that go back to your home, like go back from where you are from. We're not hurt. It's just shock.
Moving right along, you ask which party is most likely to have people talking about the Great Replacement Theory. I would say that is the Republican Party. One of the things the Republican Party is running on is secure borders. So people who are concerned about replacement theory, that particular talking point would be appealing to them. But that doesn't mean that wanting secure borders is racist. But here's the thing, the theory that you talked about is not just about white people. The media are telling non-whites that this is all about white people, and that's how they're getting minorities to go along with it. They'll say things like, whites will no longer be the majority by 2045. And some black people are like, yay, can't wait. But they don't think about it. If white people get moved down the ladder, we are going to be moved even farther down the ladder.
Right.
We will be an even smaller minority.
Exactly.
Let me settle something right now. This is not just about white people.
And so after the 60s, when you couldn't defeat us with a vote, we defeated you. You couldn't defeat us with a lot of the legalisms that came in the labor laws that said you had to give us employment. So the way you defeated us said we're going to bring another employable population in the country that's not going to ask for those labor laws.
The media says the teams are white people and people of color. Those are not the teams. We don't even speak the same language as most of the people coming here. We don't have the same priorities or needs. So how are those the teams? The people who can communicate with each other, as in speak the same language, those are the teams. The people who have similar needs, those are the teams. And for the record, I am not against migrants. I do not hate them. I'm nice to everybody who's nice to me. I'm against the government using them for political gain. So the comment says, there are a large segment of non-whites and whites online who believe blacks cannot maintain a civilization. I don't even understand how that's up for debate. I mean, if people, for example, were saying that black people don't graduate from high school, then us being black people, all we'd have to do is say, here's my high school diploma, now what? So likewise, with the civilization thing, all you have to do is show the evidence and then the discussion is over. So don't let those trolls keep you up at night. This is very easily proven.
That part, now y'all see where I get it from. See, when they told me these countries wasn't in Africa and told me to look at my geography, I embarrassed the hell out of them. Now you won't see them discussing that shit anymore. Like I told you, I was the captain of my debate team in high school, and I did not go to no low skill high school. Okay, so yeah, you have to have these people give you facts, not they motherfucking emotions. I don't give a fuck what you do in the bedroom. You just better be happy I ain't gay. Not with this tiny waist. And I'm going to vote for who I like, when I like. I'm going to support who I want, when I want. I don't give a fuck. Just being gay don't make you extra special, bitch. You extra nice to me, I'm extra nice to you. You support me, I support you. I understand all skin folks and kin folks. And I always know everybody ain't your friend. Them mammies don't know that. You better be happy with the mammies y'all got. Don't ever fucking come for uppity, directly or indirectly, okay? Because I'm just gonna come on here embarrassing the fuck out of you. Now, on to other good news today. I went and visited Nala new school. So starting tomorrow, Nala's gonna be going to a new school. I really, really like this school. I sent her teacher a nice little text message and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, you guys. Oh, let's end on a good note. Hold on, let me see something. Well, we never on a bad note. But yeah, that lady right there, she's the I forgot. It's no email logged in here. But I'm gonna go on this note. Hold on. Have a blessed day. Shout out to Flo Millie. See? Because she dark skinned. They can't say she not cute. They can't say she don't got a nice body. And they damn sure can't say she don't got a mean pen game. So yeah, I love her. Her flow, she makes a bop anywhere she goes. So I'm off this rodeo and on to the motherhood one. About to finish getting ready for Nala gets home. You guys have a blessed day. Chef kisses. Shout out to you heard me first time. And she's such a goat and so walking her shit. She never fights over title. She gave birth to the Black women sector and walked away and started a whole new channel on conspiracy and wouldn't allow everybody on her channel. I promise you, I'm gonna share her channel again. I shared it many times in the past. Goat.
I'm coming to up on my name, stomach, so baby.
Yeah, for me, like you got the same thing. You go back and forth when I'm goofy on, or these bitches love how you do me, I have to tell her that dick off limits.
Hey, Empress Janet. Mwah. I know you're gonna like this song with your crazy self. I appreciate you, boo. Thank you for the cash app.
At night, I'm a menace. Oh, I love when you took me. You don't do what I want. I don't need a nigga to try me. Look at my bitch. Get your nigga voice. Fuck this, get your teeth in the line. He did the time for the play. And it's back on he feeling pain. Okay. He asked me out like no day. And he said, okay. Riding that like Ray. Fucking with me, he gon' need stage. So make me go back to my old way.